here, some strange activity going on thanks to our unexpected G3 storm here at this channel. Not unexpected, and we're going to cover that really quickly here. First off, I'm going to just kind of give a minute here for a few people to show up here in the chat real quick, and then we're going to start covering some stuff so we don't have to do it so many times. But as you see, here was our G3 storm, and then we came out of it. We've lowered down to a KP of about 5. In fact, we'll pop that open. Here you can see was the peak of our magnetic storm right here, G3, and then it's already declining to, well, a little under G5 right here. Okay, there's a couple of people showing up. All right, so we had just a short-lived one, and it's already tapering off a little bit. All right, so what I wanted to show you, though, were the weather impacts from this strike right here. I already showed you the earthquake right here, the 7.0 that went off earlier, that's still having 5.1 quakes at that region. Okay, so it triggered the 7.1 right here, or the 7.0, and then some significant quakes right next to it. But what I wanted to show you is over here at Venture Sky. Okay, this is your current weather right now. All right, as I pull back, you see this long, big old tube cloud structure right here forming. This is a real structure, okay? This is not a radar glitch. And what I'm going to do, first of all, let me just take you, whoopsie, oh, too far into the future there. Let's go right back to our current conditions right there. You can see down at this end, it's very intense, okay? It's got a very linear, straight edge structure, okay? There's some breaks in it, probably where there's radar gaps or whatever. But up here, as we get closer, these storms on the backside weren't connected to it earlier. Now they're connecting up to it, and we're having lightning in this area. You see the lightning strikes? Okay, the geomagnetic enhancement is causing cloud nucleation. Wow, a big old bug just landed right there. And it's, see this structure, see this gap, probably gap in the radar right there or whatever. They don't have readings, but we come up here and we'll zoom into this area, and you can see there's lightning going on in this big tubular cloud structure that we've seen before. Okay, we've seen them on Mr. MBB's channel running across the sky. We've seen them on satellite loops from space, a big linear cloud. Okay, and you see all the lightning that's going on around it. Okay, so let me pull back again and scroll up. Okay, you see this structure. This is one big long tube cloud. Okay, boom. There's a little break in data right there, probably. In that area, there's not much population. Okay, so they don't have radar there. But this whole linear cloud runs that whole length all the way up. All right, now if we pull back and look at the bigger picture, you'll see that this, oh, well, I want to get this just right. So if you follow this line, it goes right up through our hurricane and then continues on up this round arc right here. Do you see that? Now, as I pull back, do you see how this whole line, well, if I could squeeze it all in the frame, is one big arc right here of storms. Do you see this one big arc of these storms all connected here? All right, that is probably the magnetic field of our bigger object interfacing with our magnetic field, causing cloud nucleation. And we're if you come over here now, you see on the back side of our arc, all these thunderstorms have now just intensified, and we got lightning all through this area. Let me pull back. See all the lightning through that area right now? Even back in here, all down through Mexico, even into Utah, up here in Washington. Okay, so that G3 storm is causing enhancement, and it's causing, look at the shape of this storm right here. If there was radar across this area, you would see it connect and hook up with that structure right there. You see it? Like tilt your head to the left, maybe 45 degrees, and you can see this is a continuous arc. All right. That continuous arc goes right through our hurricane and hooks up with this line. You see that? See this right here? That's just off the coast, too. And then on the back side of this line, see all this lightning activity going on. All right. There is your G3 geomagnetic storm enhancement. Do you see what I'm talking about now? Do you see how it's possible? Do you see the effects? This is real data. This is not a glitch. They might come over here and tell you later it is, but watch. I want to go back in time a little bit. See, it was weaker there. Now, right before our impact, whoops, no line. All of a sudden, impact, and now we have this big tubular cloud forming right as we had our storm impact. Okay, and now here we are a few hours later, and it's growing in intensity. It's getting lightning out of it. This structure up at the top has produced cloud nucleation and convectivity this side of it, and you see these storms blossoming. Are these glitches too, or whatever? No, these are a result of this passing wave, this wave that's growing right there. Look at all these pop-ups going on around it, on the front side, the back side. See all the lightning going on down there? See all these little pops and lightning going on? That's a lot of electricity in the air also from geomagnetic radiation, okay? There's an electrical component also with these inbound shock waves, all right? Am I buffering or are you guys buffering? No, I'm doing fine. It might be your location, Becca. Try refreshing. But anyways, I had to bring this to you right now while it's still fresh and happening on the radar before anybody else, kind of figures out what's going on and then deletes this or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Now look at all the lightning activity that's going on both sides up here. Okay, then we follow the line. Lightning activity here. Kind of pull back a little bit and come up. This goes right through the line, so of course there's lightning activity in there. It's just not showing it right now. Oh, there's little pops and stuff, but there's always lightning activity inside of a hurricane right there like that, okay? It's probably going to enhance that as it hits, Bermuda there. Or did it already pass Bermuda? Yeah, there it is right there. So it already passed, but whew. So you're going to see enhancement of that sucker and then see its projected track. All right, you'll see enhancement possibly of that. Meanwhile, backside, look at all this lightning. All of the thunderstorms here along this area are coming to life now. Up in here, watch this area. Back down in here, watch out in that area. These ones down in here. Anywhere where you see thunderstorms, watch out. You could possibly see enhancement. All right. Look back in here. There's thunderstorm activity back in New Mexico, Utah. It's even creeping back into Nevada. And our wind is really howling here where I'm at here in Nevada. If we look up here, this storm that's coming in for tonight for this region already producing lightning as well up here. So if we have any kind of more enhancement, that storm that's due right here, let me pull this up real quick. I'm too zoomed in. That's what it is. Sorry, I'm just kind of racing through this real quick. I gotta go make dinner here in a minute. But tonight's storm right there, That's our next click. See, current conditions, and we're seeing lightning and thunderstorm activity right there. See, right here, this little yellow dot, and that's where we're seeing it already here. So tonight, when we go bingo to this right here, watch out for enhancement right there. See this little blob coming in right in here tonight? Boom. All right, so you guys up there, watch out. We're already seeing side effects from this, okay? This is impressive right here. Okay? And that's not your radar glitch. That's a real cloud structure. And you can see the side effects because of this big tubular cloud. You know those big monster clouds that kind of look like they're rolling in the sky like a tube? Well, that's one of them right there. It's on the wake on the back side of that big round object or magnetic field that's passing by us. Let me give you that arc shape again. See this arc coming down, goes down, and it kind of, see, this is an arc too. It's kind of pulling away. It's straight kind of in this area a little bit. Well, not really. It looks straight when you're zoomed in on it, but it's actually one big long arc with the hurricane right here spinning on the backside. This is all like the wake of our bigger object interacting with the earth, okay? And you see your geomagnetic enhancement enhancing storms, lightning on the backside, hurricane right on the very fringe, right on the very apex of the arc. See, this would be the very apex right around there. Spinning away is your cyclone, your hurricane. And like I said, all of this stuff is starting to pick up. But what's good is this enhancement. Oh, please, Lord, can we come back to... All I'm trying to do is change pages here. Hi. I'm all blurry in the background. Oh, what's good, though, is this dropped. Okay, if it had increased, we would be in even hotter water. Okay, but thankfully it was a short-lived little drop. But another thing I want to talk about here real quick, coming back over to our tracker. I don't even want, look at this mess right here. We'll get to that in a second. All I want to do is just pull up this double bump right here. Okay, we're not even going to load the, we've all seen the spiral, but this double bump that came a day early. All right, if our first little boom and then it drops, well, we could see possibly a second little round that's stronger on our KP. All right. So what I'm trying to say is we saw a spike, we see a drop. There's a drop sometimes between the two waves. There was M flare, then the next flare. So our next indicator could be a little higher here. Okay. We'll see what happens here. I'm trying to get the link that Wages has where it shows it in a lot quicker increments. These are all 3-hour increments here. So we did have the quote unexpected G3, but let me show you why not really unexpected here at this channel. Okay, I'm going to really quick come over here to the 14th. All right, typically stuff takes 3 days to get to the sun, or from the sun to the earth. Sometimes they extend it, sometimes they rush it with their date setting. I like to just stick with the 3 days. There's something about the Lord and his 3 days thing. 3 days, 3 days, this, 3 days. So I stick with the 3 days. So we go back 3 days from today, and what was our X flare? Remember, we had there was a big event, the X flare, and then another big event. Okay. Let me pause. There's our X flare halo faint, but here's our bigger object right here with all kinds of little moons and planetoids with it. You see all this radiation that just splashed and hit it and absorbed. These little moons absorb it. The bigger one absorbs it. Okay, so when it moves away from the sun and goes in front of the earth or south of the earth or wherever it goes, passes by, or we pass by it, however this works. Because sometimes a larger object like this, maybe it's not rotating around the sun, we're rotating around these, possibly. Anyways, here's our bigger object that retains a lot of this stuff, a lot of this plasma, this geomagnetic, electric energy, plasmic energy gets absorbed in this. And then when this thing, the CME, does its thing, but then the object itself, invisible, you can't see it because it absorbs light. Okay, the bigger object, or even one of these little outer moons that's magnetized, that has a magnetic field, could brush up against our magnetic field, causing our unexpected G3 storm. Okay, that's why I said some of these storms don't surprise us at this channel. These guys are just looking at the CMEs. That's what's catching them off guard. But if they knew that there was a bigger object that was carrying the energy too, then all of a sudden you go, wait a second, that G1 could possibly be enhanced. That's what we talked about last night. Okay. And here we are, not even 24 hours later at G3. Quick little strike right there, already kind of tapering off. This already had repercussions. Look, when this shock wave, here, please, can we have the radar back? What happened here? Refresh. Not right now. All right, back to this arc shape. You see this big arc that's right there. Okay, let me back up a little bit. It's kind of fading now. It's still there. This is refreshed data, but you can still see our arc structure there, okay? When this impact hit the Earth, it induced our 7.0. Come here, USGS. I had all this stuff pulled up. Okay, so when the G3 unexpected hit, it sparked this 7.0 right here. All right, now we'll have energy absorption. We'll absorb this G3 here down to the core. The core will burp up here in the next day or so, and we'll see more volcanic activity. Let's even pop open a Schumann really quick and see what's happening here. If we're getting effects at the core level yet. And also what's just kind of going on. Yeah, boom, look at this right here. We just endured quite an event there. Most of the day was pretty mellow here, but pretty soon we're going to see another grinding event because of this G3 that we just took on. All right, so unexpected, but here's how it affects your weather. All right. And don't be surprised, in a couple of days, we start seeing images from space of a big tubular cloud. You remember those ones, this big white stripe of clouds that circumnavigates the planet. Right there. Now, this is our latest data. Yep, that's current conditions. And look how linear. Well, it's kind of getting more structured right through here. All these little pop-up thunderstorms that are around it. Let me just go back a little bit. You know what we can do? All right, so there it is before it was even around. I'm just going to hit the play button and let that little thing creep. Whoop, boom. A couple of frames maybe missing, but there's oh, that's you. Hi, you want help? Go ahead, Bubba. There you go. All right. So, sorry, got a little visitor with wings there. But you could see how, now we're going into the future here, but you could see how that blossomed. All of a sudden, when it hit, it shows up on radar. maybe a couple frames where it wasn't there perfectly, but you can see there's your round structure coming from up here, running all the way down, hurricane on the very apex of it, the stripe continuing down through here. Some places have radar, holes, radar gaps where there's no radar, indicating any, or, in the area. But there's your storm enhancement, okay? It was right around 2:50, 3 o'clock. It was pretty strong right here. That was not too long ago. Let's even go to our best current time right now. Okay, these storms in here have lightning going on in them. So like I said, an electric event as well. See the lightning going on in the structure itself, in that tubular cloud. Here, just give it a sec. There it goes. Okay, so that's a real event happening right now. Well, because of our G3 storm and the passing of our object interfering with our magnetic field. You see anybody else try to explain this? They probably don't understand what's going on. They don't even see it. But I see it. I'm sure my audience sees it too, because they understand what's going on. But very interesting that we're seeing side effects, well, like this. I wasn't expecting, enhanced cloud nucleation from your geomagnetic enhancement, and here we are with an actual like structure, not shockwave structure, but a definite like magnetic interfacing probably with our magnetic field. This arc comes down through there and continues on through there. Okay, starting up here all the way down with what? Hurricane right there, right on the apex of the arc. Remember we saw that weird stuff coming out of air coming out of Greenland? It's right on the backside of the arc. We still have that. See how this air is like rotating out of nowhere? It's on the backside of this arc. This is the like counterspin. When something's spinning, you get anticyclonic rotation, the reverse effect. You see stuff rotating here that's inside the arc. Just on the outside where, stuff's wrapping around, you get turbulence. Let's say that, turbulence or whatever. And you see this effect that we saw last night on a totally different map. We saw this effect on a totally different instrument last night. And here it is showing up on Ventu Sky here, right outside that arc. Then right outside that arc is all this electricity going on. And then over here, we're starting to see Europe in this area starting to light up now. See all the lightning going on over here now? So they're going to get a taste of it too. Any kind of weather anywhere around the world, and then especially, I guess, on this barrier, on this line. Okay, watch out. All right, that's going to be it, I think, for the moment here. I just wanted to kind of get a good capture of this, bring it to you while it's still happening, okay? And there's your object with its CME, impact, and then object accompanying it, enhancing your geomagnetic storm from G0 to G3, because today was forecasted to be 0, not 1. Tomorrow is forecasted to be 1. Today was supposed to be G0. So we had a quite a significant strike right there. And then as we kind of go down here really quick, I just CME impact. Well, that was unexpected. The strong G3 geomagnetic storm threshold was reached at 1746 UTC on August 17th. Although the CME that passed Earth was expected, the intensity of the storm was not. The solar wind is showing a nice spike in plasma density. Wonder why there's a spike in plasma density. Okay, and the speed increased again to near 470 kilometers per second. Should the BZ tip south, a prolonged period of storming could be. But it was unexpected for these guys, all right? We talked last night about how this G1 could be enhanced, and that would be unexpected. We had early other sites that had earlier strike indications striking around the 17th as opposed to the 18th. We got our earlier strike, which isn't early. It's on time. It's 3 days, okay? That's the 14th today, the 17th. When it went by, it caused an earthquake. When it went by, it caused enhancement, storm enhancement. Okay? You seeing it? Good. All right, I gotta go play Chef Boyardee here and cook dinner for my family and stuff. I just wanted to bring you a quick update, all right, and catch this while it's currently going on, all right? You're seeing it currently happening. This is now casting, like a friend of mine likes to say, now casting. And you can see all of these areas now are starting to have pop-up thunderstorms through here, down in here. Getting lightning down in this area. Look back here in Texas. We're getting little things starting to blossom here in Texas. That's a hail core right there. That's strong hail core right there. Damaging winds, heavy rains, hail. Here's another little cell popping up with the hail core. All right, so watch out. These things maybe they won't produce a tornado, but they could pop up and produce some large hail. These discrete supercells like this that have nothing around to like merge with or interfere, they have the chance of blossoming very hard, a lot harder. As we get back up into here, I just wanted to show you this. Look up here into Utah. Okay, you guys down here by St. George. There's some thunderstorms with hail core in there. All right, out here in the desert, having some severe weather out there, lightning up through in here too. And up here in northern Nevada, it's starting to reach up there. This has moved into like Oregon, no lightning so far, but watch out for this. This will enhance possibly, and then we'll get some lightning out of that. We have our storm still for the Washington area for tonight. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cough in your ear. And now starting to see enhancement coming down through here, Northern California, Redding area, storms with hail cores in them. All right, so we're starting to see enhancement and other side effects. Because they call it a G3 storm. Well, it also causes storm enhancement. So thus the title G3 storm enhancement. Can you see it? Good. All right, you guys, that's it for right now. Depending on who goes live early or late tonight, I might go on a little earlier to try to catch a little more audience, and we'll continue to report on this. You see all these little lightning strikes going off around this structure, right? And in it right there, too. Okay, so there we are. There's your impact earthquake and G3 geomagnetic quote, storm enhancement. All right. I love you all. I miss you all. And until my next show a little later on tonight, I will be back. I'm already back. Can't you tell?